everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and welcome to your May 2015 Funko Pop update. I have to say, much like the previous month, there really hasn't been much as far as brand new line news, but there are a couple of specials that I am looking forward to sharing with you. So, no news is not always bad news, but there definitely are some really big surprises that I will get into at the end of this video. It's all just a matter of time before the cons actually start, which means there's going to be a ton of new specials to talk about, and I'm sure that there will be some more excellent glam shots on some lines that are still on the way for this year. But before we get into what I have to showcase for you guys today, let's take a look at how my Funko Pop collection has been going. So here's a very big collection for you guys. This was one that I had been touting for many months, and I'm so glad that within the last few months in 2015 I actually managed to get this entire set. Actually, I managed to find them all at Barnes & Noble for a very good price, and that's the best place to get Pops unless you choose to go online and get them. But these usually cost about $8.85 each if you actually want to snag them at Barnes & Noble if you could find them, and it's the Firefly set. I'll give you guys a very interesting fun fact about me and Firefly. I just got into this show last year. I binge-watched it when I finally subscribed to Netflix. I loved it so much, I went out and got the film Serenity, which definitely ties the story together from Firefly, and I had to get this entire set of Pops because I love this film and show. I love each and every one of these characters. Now, a lot of people have already said a lot of bad things saying, oh, but this is not the entire cast. Where's River? Where's Simon? Well, if you really think about it, these 5 members of Serenity are, in fact, the very first members of the Serenity crew, and everybody else just seemed to follow. So, of course, we have the legendary brown coat himself, Malcolm Reynolds, which is played beautifully by Nathan Fillion. I love Nathan Fillion, and these are probably some of the most detailed Pops, especially Captain Reynolds, because you've got the brown coat, you've got the great details on his pistol, and everything about him, from the hair, the belt, the boots, everything is just absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, you've got Zoe and Hoban Washburn, and I love Wash because I love the fact that he's got the little dinosaur in his hand, as well as the great details on his shirt. And then, of course, Zoe looks great, especially when you've got the way that her hair looks. I mean, that's just very incredible detail. I think the last time I saw someone who had excellent hair on a Pop was probably Merida. And then, of course, you've got one of my favorite characters, who is Kaylee. I love her. I love the fact that her little teddy bear patch on her outfit is there. And, of course, you can't have Firefly without Jane and his legendary hat, which is fantastic. Ironically, he only wears it in one episode, but he got the whole goatee and everything. Now, what's also very interesting about these specific Pops is the female characters. Usually, the female characters are very top-heavy because of their smaller bodies, and they usually come with stands. Now, Zoe and Kaylee do actually come with stands, but they really aren't needed. As you can see, they're standing on their own power, and when I put them in different places to stand, they stood just fine. But this is definitely one of the coolest sets that Funko has offered. It's a cult sci-fi classic. I'm pretty sure we're going to get more characters, maybe even a Reaver, who knows, but a Serenity Pop Ride, I don't know, but for now, I'm so glad that I am the proud owner of this wonderful set, and it is definitely one of my most cherished. So there may not be that much news, but there definitely are some really cool things, new and exciting in terms of new lines coming out, as well as some additions to current lines, and of course, specials. But let's take a look at the lines first. Of course, we all knew that thanks to Toy Fair, there was going to be a line for American Horror Story Freak Show. I know that a lot of people love this show, but I'm really not interested in it, although I have to admit that the details on these Pops are probably some of the strongest that I have seen, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to expand the American Horror Story line. The next one, of course, is the Talladega Nights Legend of Ricky Bobby line, a Will Ferrell movie. I had no interest in seeing this movie, and I'm really surprised that this is becoming a Pop line. There must be a huge cult following, and to me, they really don't look so great. I mean, I think that the details on the uniforms are pretty great, but pretty much they look like generic Pops to me. But hey, if you're a Talladega Nights fan and you want your Ricky Bobby fix, go out and get these Pops. Of course, one of the lines that I was very excited for was the Sesame Street line, and now that I'm actually seeing these up-close glam shots of half of the set, they do look absolutely awesome. I love the fact that Ernie comes with a rubber ducky. I love the fact that Cookie Monster's got 2 handfuls of cookies. And I think that the Oscar one is the one that really stands out to me because he's got a Scram sign on his trash can. And if you take a good look down there, his pet worm Slimy is showcased as well. And of course, you've got your oversized Pop, which is Mr. Snuffleupagus. There is going to be another oversized 6-incher featured in this line. But as soon as the new glam shots come out for the rest of this line that was already showcased at Toy Fair, I will definitely bring those images to you. The Marvel bobblehead line is expanding in more ways than one. We've got specials and we've got brand new editions. I'm glad to see that not only Black Widow is coming out alongside her male cohorts in the Avengers Age of Ultron line, but we do also have a Scarlet Witch Pop. I love the look, I love the details, and I absolutely love the pose, something that is very new featured in the world of Funko Pop. We also have some exclusives, such as the Grinning Ultron, which is number 83 in the line. We also have a very special unmasked Tony Stark, and this one will be featured in the Texas Comic-Con, but it is the Angry Groot. It is not a re-envisioning of the current Groot that is out there. This is actually number 84 in the line. The pose is different, the texture of the skin of Groot looks different, and of course you've got the big angry mouth and the angry looking eyebrows. This is definitely a very detailed and interesting looking Groot, and I'm sure that those who actually go to the Comic-Con in Texas, they will definitely get their hands on it. The DC line is also going to be expanding with a Phantom Pop. I'm really impressed the fact that they're actually making this one, but I had no idea that he was actually classified as a DC comic character because he is featured in the Heroes line. But I think that it is an excellent pop. I still love the Billy Zane movie, and I'm really thinking that there could be a chance that I may add this specific pop to my collection because I love the whole story of the Phantom. WWE, of course, is not disappointing with a Walmart exclusive of Brock Lesnar. I think that this is a very well-detailed pop, especially the tattoo on the front of his body. But I think what is really cool is the double box set of the WWE exclusive Bella Twins. As you can see, you've got both Brie and Nikki Bella, the tag team twin duo in the world of WWE. I like the fact that they are both 2 very distinct looking pops, one with the hat on backwards and one with no hat at all, and I really think that that is an excellent addition to the Funko WWE line, because this one is definitely a popular one. I'm still hoping for those retro versions, especially since we already have Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, but of course, time will tell. Another very interesting pop, I had mentioned this when the Toy Fair had announced it, but the Pop Asia line is actually going to be making its very first boxing figure. Yes, there is going to be a Manny Pacquiao pop. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is he not included in the sports world? Because of the fact that boxing is, in fact, a sport? Well, just in case you don't watch boxing or don't know who Manny Pacquiao is, you probably have heard his name over the past couple of weeks because of the big fight that he had with Floyd Mayweather. He is part of the Pop Asia line because he is Filipino. I'm very impressed that they actually did add him to the pop world, and I'm very curious to see if the sports line will in fact make more boxing figures, possibly boxers of legend like Sugar Ray Robinson or Muhammad Ali or possibly even Mike Tyson. Why not? It just shows you that Funko can do anything and everything if they just put their minds to it and get the rights, of course. So, Manny Pacquiao pop, pretty damn cool. Gemini Collectibles is coming to us again with some additional specials for the Universal movie monsters. We've got a glow-in-the-dark creature from the Black Lagoon, which actually makes sense, even though I am still waiting for the flocked Wolfman. And I also like the fact that there's slime dripping on the packaging, and that is definitely a new feature. I really like that. But I think one of the coolest things is the Gemini exclusive Universal movie monster set, which includes a black and white metallic Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, and creature from the Black Lagoon. There's only 300 of these being sold, and I absolutely love it because of the fact that they are metallic black and white, to showcase the fact that these movies, when they first came out, were actually shown to audiences in black and white, and I really feel that that pays great amounts of tribute to these legendary Hollywood monsters. We also have the Borderlands exclusives over at GameStop with Claptrap, featured not in the traditional yellow, but you can get him in a special blue, or you can get a gentleman claptrap with a little top hat and mustache and monocle attached to him, and I think that those are absolutely awesome. I'm really curious as to how these are actually going to stand. I don't know if the wheels are flat, I don't know if there is a base supporting them, but hey, until someone actually showcases them in a YouTube video, I am just going to keep on guessing. But the final set that we have to talk about is the Star Wars line, with Celebration just recently passing, and of course all of the hype with the brand new Episode 7 trailer. We have Star Wars pops galore. We have 2 members of the Cantina Band, Han Solo and Hoth Gear, finally Tatooine Luke Skywalker, and Bib Fortuna and an unmasked Darth Vader, alongside a whole bunch of additional Star Wars characters, some that I've never even heard of. But I really appreciate the fact that Star Wars is practically getting hyped. Star Wars is exploding right now, thanks to the recent trailer of Episode 7, and I think that Funko has no reason not to capitalize by adding all of these amazing-looking Star Wars pop bobbleheads. So if you have been collecting, now there's more for you guys to enjoy, so go on out and get them. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this brand new update. Please put your comments in the box below. And the big surprise that I had for you guys is this month, I will be showcasing a brand new tag, and it will be the Funko PoP tag. I'm going to be showcasing some new questions. I'll be tagging some people in the YouTube community that are heavy on the Funko Pops, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one, hopefully with some great news, and actions speak louder than words.